Okay, so this is going to be a trade copier, but then instead of it being local, it's going to be hosted on the web, so that anywhere in the world someone places a trade on one particular account, another account can connect to it and then get the order. So the ideology for this is very simple. I was if you are seeing the back of my screen, like behind the software, you're going to see this Firebase. So essentially, Firebase is just it's a database owned by Google, and we are going to from PC1, which is the main PC that takes the trade, will send data to the database. Then from the database, PC2 is going to read it and then execute the order, or interpret it, whatever, just executes it. So that's just how it works. Actually, I have an include file I already wrote that can add files to Firebase and also read from Firebase. So I'm just going to walk you through that one, and then we'll go from there. Maybe for today it's just going to be about creating the database or sending info to the database, just a little bit of how databases work. And then the next part, maybe I'll do that another day, is going to be for reading information from database. I actually have an article on this pending. I tried publishing the article, but they are yet to give me feedback, but it will be out soon anyway. So even if this is too yeah, let me just click there. Even if this is too advanced for now, you can always watch the video later on and you get it later when you are good, because the information I'm going to give here is a lot for beginners, even intermediate levels. Some persons might still not get it. Okay, so I've just created the database, and I just think I'm going to add a collection just to test it. So test just auto generate an ID, and then we call it like trade, and this, let's say trade ID, and this is going to be a number. So all these things are all data types. String just means is like alphanumeric stuff. Let me show you what a string looks like. So this is a string. So anything I type inside here, ABCD, whatever, is going to be stored as a string. Meanwhile, a boolean, or you just say bool, is usually just true or false. So the data type true or false. int is for integer. Then double is for decimal, and that's basically it anyway. So for trade ID is going to be a number. Actually, I would have loved it to be like integer if possible, but I'll just use number and just give it a random number and save it. So this is what it looks like. So this is the first trade ID added here. I can decide to add other fields, like let's say the symbol that this ID is from, and then I'll call it Euro USD. So this is what we want to be able to achieve. We want to add this from code to the database, so that for each ID there's going to be a symbol. Trade ID might not be important, but I just put it here. You can also add the lot size used, so keep it basic like that. There could also be like take profit, stop loss, and other stuff, so but we can add that along the way. This one is just like really basic. All right, so for the sake of this example, and to make things easy for me, I still now change this letter anyway. I'm just going to set the rules to be true, to be public. I know the information is not secure, blah blah blah, but when I'm done here, I'm going to secure it and add authentication to it. So now the thing is, now what is the endpoint for this particular for this database? So I think I tried accessing it before, but it said access denied. Trade server 448C6. Yeah, it's supposed to be firestore.googleapis.com. I get it, but give me an example. Okay, got it. Okay, so making calls, you use this your project ID slash what is this LA? Trade server. The name is more than just trade server. You can't find the okay. Let me try this one. Permission denied. But I know this is not correct. It's supposed to be this. I don't get why it's empty. It's not supposed to be empty because we added things already. Let me just try another one, like for random. ID. Okay, so even though this is doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and try to add data here using MQL5. So this is the, let me change the URL. So the user is going to pass this here to get the data. Then if you want to add data, this is actually what I'm interested in. It's going to add this. So add set string URL. Yeah. I'm going to create a new file. What should I call this? Create copier. And variable already defined. So this is not important. So this sends a post request, and the post request is just add sending name, string value, John Doe. So here I'm going to add the include file, include firestore .mqh. I think I did that. This one too should be commented, so I'm not using it now. Okay, so this should compile. And if I now want to call this add data, let's just add something here in that our URL. Let's call it base URL. Let's call it that. This was supposed to be trade server. Okay. Yeah, I've not loaded it to the chart, but before I even load it to the chart, you have to go and set up API calls for that particular project. So allow this. Okay. Create copier. Okay, so this one actually is busy getting the string value from. This is not even the okay, so it sent information to this database, string value Jane Doe, but Jane Doe is actually what I used when I was adding data. So it sent Jane Doe here. From here, this is this code. I have a tutorial on it, so if you really don't understand it, don't be so worried. You can just check it out later. Anyway, So you send a post request to the API, and then I just said add Jane Doe to the as the name. And let's say I want to add, instead of just the name and then the string value Jane Doe, I want to add a trade. So these are the things to change: fields, name, Jane Doe. So you can see here we also have this Jane Doe here. So I'm going to change Jane Doe to be something you can edit. Something you can edit. So let's call it should we say trade ID? Or string trade ID. And another thing we should add is instead of calling it name, it should be trade ID. Yeah, trade ID. Send trade. I can just say that. So the fields, I could write trades, my trades, and then this value here, instead of having Jane Doe here, I'm just going to remove it and then add trade ID. Let's go back, cause okay, this is what I was supposed to do here, right here. Trade ID. I think this should work. I don't even want to compile. Okay, let me just compile it. My trade ID. So void on trade, that's a function that runs anytime a trade is opened. This is going to be long. Because so you look through all the positions and find the position that was opened recently. So to do that, I have to first set the time. Let me comment this. Once I'm able to fix this, I'll just conclude, because already introduced a lot of things today already. So start time. Let's say start time is time current. So anytime a new trade is open, it can update or whatever. Start time is equal to time current. Save that, let me not forget. So I'm going to look through all positions. So I probably should also include the trade class, trade.mqh. And what you want to do is that you want to call the class, so assign it something. I'm also assigning this position because I know I'm going to use it. So in a loop for I is equal to 0, I is less than the total positions, which is just positions total. I plus plus, should we use plus plus? Yes. Or I could also invert the loop, or anyone. I prefer using plus plus. So I also want to use deal info. Let's just use open trades, not closed trades. So for this, if the position is selected by index I, so if a position is selected, and if the position I don't care about the magic, so I don't care about all the other thing. Stop loss. I don't really care about all those things except for the time, because the time has to be greater than or equal to start time, meaning that the position was opened after we added the X part to the chart. So if the position time is greater than start time, then we should probably add that data to our base URL, and the trade ID is going to be mposition.ticket. So all we are just doing is just to add the ticket number, and then we reset this to reset the start time. I think that's it. I think that's basically it. So I'm going to compile. Said conversion of number to string, so I'm going to convert it myself. I think this is an integer to string. Just ignore other things and just compile. So I've actually not tested this stuff I put here, so because I will only be hard coding it. So I'm going to refresh this, and then I'm going to try opening a position. Okay, so invalid JSON payload. I just unknown my trades document. Okay, cannot find field. Okay, let's go back. Let's retrace this. So what did we change here? I'm going to hold this and then go back. I'm going to go back a little. If I put Jane Doe, right, anytime I open a position, it sends that Jane Doe to my trades is still showing up. Okay, I'm also supposed to recompile this one. Let me just buy another one. Okay, so anytime you open an order, so this function here, the function for detecting when a new trade is open, this one works. Oh, I'm sorry, I just remembered that you probably couldn't see my screen the whole time. Anyway, so this function detects if a new trade is open. Send the ticket number. So this is now where the issue is. So the way I go about debugging is I just try and change the things bit by bit. So I'm seeing this. See this Jane Doe. I am going to replace you first. Jane Doe. Let's see if this one would work. Compile. Then I think also, even if I close a trade, it's going to work, because I didn't specify if it was going to be right. Okay, string value change. No, this is the old one. So okay, it only sends when a new order is open. All right, so let's try again. And then this one worked because it sent this 1505,938 which is this which is the ticket ID for this. And if I refresh this, this is it. So I that's basically how it works anyway. Users, okay, so far okay. I now know why this thing was not working before, because we put this particular collection called users at the end. This users is not supposed to be there. So you have to specify the collection. If we wanted to view this collection, this one I created called random, then I have to go to the end and add random. And you see, this is the data in that database. Then this one too, see data. So for users, so this users is just this. So if I actually wanted to change this to trades, simple, I go to the URL, because it was where I specified it. I think, yeah, yep. So, and then I call it my trades. So a new database is going to be formed for every trade, for every order. So let me just open a new order, and instead of going to users, I go to, what was that, my trades. Hold up, this is supposed to be a URL. I'm not supposed to add those things. Let me redo it. Alright, so if I go to this, my trades, yeah, so this is much more better. So this is it. I think I could add other things, other fields here too. Could add other things like should add extra things so that there will be more things to do. We talked about the lot size, the ticket number, and the symbol. But what's important to me for now is just the symbol and the lot size. So instead of using the ticket number here, I'm going to change it to the symbol. So the information the database is going to get is going to be the symbol. So I'm going to compile this, and next time it's going to send the symbol. Now if I also want to add extra details here, this one goes, so fields this goes with this I think this can come with me. Thinking of doing this or that. I'm not really sure, but let's try. Error. Yep, error. So I'm not really going to stress myself over this. I'm just going to ask AI to fix it. So I use DeepSeek. I think DeepSeek is better than ChatGPT, the free version, of course. My network is, what's up? Can I use ChatGPT? Okay, please fix this. I want to add an extra field to the collection. Is it to the collection, or let's say to the unique ID? Let me just put it like that. An extra field instead of trade ID. I'll call it lot size, so I think I'm onto something. Lot size. So the issue is so I'm very close. I don't know what was the issue. What was the issue? The syntax. Yes, you cannot have two separate key values. Okay, it's mostly yes, I get. Alright. So after this, after you enter the info for your trade ID, you start here, you end here, then there should be a comma. So everything all within this same quote, like a string, before you also do the same for lot size, and then you close the curly brackets from here. It looks okay. That's if it works anyway. So I keep opening that mistakenly. So let me see if it compiles. Yeah, lot size. I have not yet specified what my lot size is. Lot size double compile double to string. So I need to convert this from a double to a string. It should be two. I think two is okay. Yay. This was not supposed to be here. That's a mistake. And so from this place now, we can now fill in our position dot lot size. I think it's volume. Yeah, volume. So compile that. It's going to hopefully work. Bye. Okay, so it sent it. Actually. So we had 0.02 actually. Ignore this 20k. Lot size is 0.2. And if we go to our database, see DeepSeek is still loading. If we go to our database, you're going to see here, so the lot size is 0.2, and the trade symbol, not trade ID, we did this later, is actually Euro USD. So that's basically how it works. I think it's that simple. If I refresh this, a new collection should be here called My Trades. Well, when I started, of course, I said this is going to be a little bit more advanced than what you are used to seeing in this channel. Normally do simple how to open trades, close trades, stuff like that. But it's not that it's so advanced, but you'd have to just have a little basic understanding of how endpoints work and web requests. So this is its lot size and the symbol.